Welcome, everybody, and this is podcast number 42 for the Modders-Inc. website. Today we have myself, Dewayne. We got Joe.
Hey, guys.
Hi.
So we've actually broke the hump of number 39 with number 40, and we're starting on our new trend again. We're trying to do this on a weekly basis. We did one a while back that was a little shorter, like about 30 minutes. Seemed to went over pretty well, and everybody liked it. So I think we're going to continue that trend. We may have 2 people in here. We may have 6 people in here. It all depends on how many feel this is going to be great. During this pod, we're going to be talking about a couple of modding events. We're going to be talking about the Gigabyte contest that's right now that's happening, and Modders-Inc. is part of that. We're also talking about the In Win event that's going to be happening at Computex. And then last but not least, probably is going to be a little bit more about the Alienware that Modders-Inc. was involved with. And maybe we'll show a few couple pictures of what was going on with that. So what have you guys been keeping up on besides these couple events? Any other events you guys been keeping up on?
I've been looking at the Cooler Master ones. And obviously the Thermal Take started their season. I think we discussed it about 2 podcasts ago. It was just me and Joe. We discussed the Thermal Take Case Mod Invitational season 2 episode. No, was it 2016 season 1?
2016.
Yeah, 2 seasons per year.
What do you guys think is all of a sudden the trend? All of a sudden now is, 2 years ago, if you couldn't even do a case modding event, and now it's like every month and a half, 2 months, somebody's doing another one, and another one. Is modding back on a high?
I think so, because modding for a while was just like, it was almost dead.
Yeah, because I heard something in the ASUS podcast, which was like in September. They were discussing aesthetics, and I think they did a poll with on their ROG forums about what is important when it comes to motherboard. This is just motherboard, and I think the overwhelming winner was looks instead of performance and instead of every other aspect. So I think people are factoring in the fact that they want a good looking system. So call it vanity, call it whatever you want, call it creativity, but it's definitely the trend right now. People want their system to look good. So modding is the hottest thing currently.
So just in a cycle then. So we're going to go probably out of this cycle, and it's going to go back to everybody's going to be putting add-on sound cards. Remember that was a big thing too quite a few years ago? You couldn't use the onboard because it was just crap. You had to have, a $300 sound card in your system. And then that went to the wayside, and then you had to have this and have that. So maybe it's just a cycle, but good for us that we're, at the forefront of this. We've been around for that long, and it's coming back again. It's like they say, like in history, every 10 or 20 years, history repeats itself. So,
yeah, it's not really gonna go away, but it might not be as popular, but it's still gonna be there. But it's definitely right now everybody is trying to get into it, and there's a lot of people trying to be a pro modder, and I think that's a good opportunity for them. We have an event currently where that's a good opportunity for them to kind of put their name out there to show that they are a top builder with this Gigabyte event.
Yeah, especially with this one here. This is who wouldn't want to be part of this? It's. I'll read a little bit from right from what they said is, Gigabyte is feeling generous for the 30th anniversary and is inviting one lucky system builder to hang out with them at Computex in 2016, where they'll be able to showcase their mod in person. They'll be at the booth there. And it's one of the world's largest PC trade shows. This is the one you want to go to.
It is the biggest, yeah.
Yeah, CES has a lot of stuff in there, and there's some PC stuff, but this is like all PC. And then you'll be, at the Gigabyte showroom floor. I want to win this.
Yeah, and booth babes. It's not frowned upon like it is here in the West.
I know.
It's still a party.
I'm pretty sad about that. I'm so pissed off about that.
There was actually a controversy recently with the Xbox event where they had basically had an after party at GDC, Gamers Development Conference in San Francisco, where they had dancers and kind of on risers, and the developers were complaining how it's sexist, and it shut that down. But so I know you Dwayne and me have been in some hardware parties where that was kind of the norm. So I think is there's gonna be the trend from now on. I guess is there gonna be less of these kind of parties.
They'll just put a developer in a cage and have them dance. That way, it's equal. At least it's one of your peers.
I think it's just the American way of being two
Although
step. It's equality for everybody, no matter what you are. If you're a cat, a dog, a hamster, male,
Although
female. Everything has to
GDC
be the same.
Well,
You got to
the
be
thing
that
is,
PC correct.
yeah. Well, GDC was in San Francisco. There might have been something to do with that. While some of the CS parties are in Vegas, so it's kind of the mood is slightly different than, than the GDC event.
Yeah, could be, but it's just everybody's too uptight about stuff. It's in good fun. It's not that big of a deal, I think. But then again, that's me, and I'm from a different era. I'm from many years ago.
Yeah, I don't think they were even. They're not even strippers. They were just dancers, and
Yeah. Well, I'm an old white guy. I can't dance at all, so I got to have somebody else dance.
There's a funny thing about these parties too, because you're supposed to kind of network and mingle, and the music is always kind of like boom, 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 and you gotta be shouting.
You're like, what?
You gotta be shouting at each other's ear as you're talking. Well, the average age is gonna be like 30, 40 years old.
No,
Or
that's why
50.
you notice everybody goes outside at these parties.
Talk, yeah.
Not because you got to smoke. It's like I just got to get away from the freaking music.
The noise.
Well, it's like Ron said. You're supposed to be there. You're supposed to be mingling. You're supposed to be able to talk and have a good time. But some people are there and they want to DJ. Oh, I get a chance to DJ in Vegas at a party, and they crank the shit up.
I think there were some. I think a lot more chill this year at CES. There were some. I'd love to have one where it's just just jazz music playing. We're just all in the penthouse, just drinking and chatting. I mean, I don't know, maybe because I'm getting old, but fun
Welcome
party
to the
is
club.
nice, but yeah. I want to be able to talk to people.
Yeah, it's true.
Well, speaking
Back into we'll jump back onto the Gigabyte contest there. So actually, it's going to be it's Gigabyte, and they're giving all this away, and Modders-Inc has a part in this. So what you need to do is if you have a Gigabyte system,
Gigabyte motherboard and
motherboard
VGA.
and a graphics card, and some of the other criteria that you might want to hit is something to do about the 30th anniversary, and it'd be Gigabyte Blue, and it has to be a water cooled system. It doesn't say what type of water cooling system, just a water cooling system, because it's actually called the 5th anniversary liquid cooling PC challenge. So if you can meet some of those criteria, all you do is put a small work log in the Modders-Inc forums, and you also over on the Gigabyte site, and we go through, and Modders-Inc will be part of the judges, some with some other people, and if you're the winner, I mean, you get, like I said, you get a hotel for a week. You get a round trip, so we're already planning on doing that, and we know how much that's going to cost. You're looking at probably at least about a $3,000 or $3,500 prize package for right there, and you get to show your stuff off to everybody in the PC industry. Everybody's going to see your stuff there. There's no better way to see who you wanted to show as manufacturers and other people's in the trade than what you can do with your PC. This is what you need to do.
Plus, speaking of parties, I heard Computex parties are legendary, even more than the CES parties. Plus, it's Taiwan. It's a happening city. You're gonna find a party there anytime.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited. just to go there and see what it's all about. The only thing that really kind of worries me, to tell you the truth, is I have to figure out. Hopefully, they get some stuff in English, because I won't know what the heck I'm eating.
Oh, they're pretty good. Yeah, they're not.
Well,
you haven't had dim sum?
Dude, I'm in Arizona. Okay, burgers, barbecue, j- stuff like that. So I go over there. I'm not a big fish kind of guy.
I'll be your guy. Dim sum. Dim sum is you could probably go downtown Phoenix to get dim sum.
Maybe I should start scouting out some Thai places, right?
Well, Taiwanese is
Taiwanese.
yeah, Chinese sort of.
Yeah. Okay,
We'll
well,
get
do they
there.
have like Panda Express there? Because I'll eat
Nah.
that.
You probably have Panda
he-
Express. What is this better than Panda Express? Think of like more dumplings and kind of noodles.
No, I'm good with that. I like calamari and shrimp and stuff like that. If I have a choice, I just won't pick fish. Just personal
You don't
taste.
like fish? Yeah,
Nah, not really.
Yeah, no, they're gonna have like pork and stuff. A lot of pork. Don't have to worry.
I'm good with that.
It'll be good.
I'm good with that then.
You got Joe? What are you saying, Joe?
Nothing.
Not.
Have dim sum?
No,
What do you
it's
have there in Texas?
the United States is pretty much the only place on earth that doesn't speak other languages. Everywhere else, it's like native language English.
Yeah, I think Dwayne is getting his passport, and it'll be your first time out of the country, Dwayne.
It will be.
Well, yeah, because the U.S. is like massive. The U.S. is like, how many countries fit in there? So I can
Let's see.
understand.
Like most of Europe would probably fit in the U.S.
Yeah, in Europe
of
you can
Europe.
just drive, and then you'll be in a different country speaking a different language.
Most of
Yeah.
Texas.
Well, it's kind of the same. Yeah.
Texas.
I was gonna say it's the same thing here. So like when I drive over to like Oklahoma or Tennessee or something, that's a whole different language.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, true.
You
Different
get that
country.
dialect.
You go to Florida, yeah, different country.
Yeah. But yeah, that one's pretty exciting. So I think everybody should definitely get something going. Like I said, if I get into that one, I would enter that one. And there's not a lot of criteria that you're gonna have to meet. But check it out. You can check it out on our website. It'll be up on there. You can also go to the, I think it's on Gigabyte's website. And
We'll
it's
have the
also on
link at the
Facebook
bottom of
page.
this
Yeah,
video.
well, okay. Well, we'll get you guys to that. And then on to the next one. I mean, again, so you're going to be going over to, if you're going to go over to Computex, might as well see if you can get there a couple of days early.
Yeah.
It's going to be doing an event.
Yeah, it's a small island. You could not small that you can go everywhere in a day, but it's kind of it's not as overwhelming, even if you don't speak a language or kind of not familiar with sort of Asian countries. They have a lot of expats anyway, so you won't be out of place. Don't worry.
So not only is it Gigabyte's 30th anniversary, but it is also In Win's
Yes.
30th anniversary.
Wow.
And like I said, so if you're also going to be at Computex, so if you win this one, think about this. So if you win this one, plan on trying to get there a couple of days early. Get a hold of InWin and say, hey, I'm the guy who won the Gigabyte contest. Because what they're doing over there is 3 days before actually Computex, they are having a massive modding competition by 3, 4, 5, 8 teams.
8 teams, yeah.
Will be at the factory, if I do believe, the InWin factory, doing a modding contest there for 3 days.
So let's go over who's participating in this one, because I'm looking at the site right now. We have 2 from the U.S., UK, Australia, China, and Germany. You got that. You have BS Mods and Ron Lee Christensen and Lee Harrington.
Yep, that'll be
2
Team
different
Mongoose.
teams. Yeah. And you got modded by Frenchies, Olivier. Sorry, I'm apologizing in advance if I mispronounce this. I am the only Canadian who doesn't have a French credit because my guidance counselor screwed up and put me on a different elective. So Olivier Mallet and Gregory Rousseau. There you go. That's the French team. And you've got Team Down Under with Ryan Hooper and Stuart Tonks from GGF Land Party. Got Running with Scissors with Dave Alcock and Daniel Harper. You got SMPC Modding from Sweden Bjorn Hall and Justin Olsen. You got Babe Tech from Germany. You got Steven Blass and Martin Blass. You got Kuhn Mod. They don't have any first or last names. You got Kuhn and Sreya. So they're from China. So that'll be interesting because we haven't seen what they do over here on the other side of the pond. So it'll be interesting what happens in this live modding event.
Yeah, basically, they're so cool. They just need one name.
It's like Madonna.
Yeah, you know.
You don't know Kuhn? You don't know Srey? Yeah.
Hey, sup, Sway?
Well, interestingly, this is the same format we did for our 24 hours of Le Mods at QuakeCon last year, which is 3 days, 8 hours each. And, of course, there's a rest period where nobody can work on anything, and then continue on again to the next day.
Yeah, it's really the best way of doing that, so you don't have to do that 24-hour mod like they did for the Mod Garage stuff. I mean, cool, but many guys were up for actually like 36, 40 hours. And this way you can do the same. You have that little break in there, and you don't have to be jammed full of stuff, and you get more fresh, and nobody gets hurt either, you know. You can always go into the next day and go, okay, what we did yesterday was either right on track or we're a little bit off, and so it's actually a lot better format to be able to do it that way.
And
I think Bob was saying that they were up way past the actual 24-hour part, because it was like immediately after they were done, they got them, because they were already up beforehand, and then they had the 24 hours, and then the parting, and so I think in the end they were up for like, what? I think they said 40 hours.
Oh, yeah, the first 24 hours one, yeah.
Oh, yeah, you got to think because they were actually setting up before the event.
Yep.
So then the event didn't start until like 6 o'clock, right? And then there were a couple of hours after that. So, yeah, they were up for 40 hours easy. Ugh.
There's three themes they can choose from with this one, the In Win modding event. They have medieval, spaceship, which is and then military. So military has been pretty common. We've seen a lot of builds using that theme, but spaceship and medieval, that'll be interesting. It kind of crosses the gamut there.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice that they give them some different ways of going, and then the themes, so that you can kind of plan before you get there too. So you like, okay, they'll probably tell them what kind of case you're going to use. I'm guessing.
Yeah, In Win case.
Heck, they might even have some of them now. I don't know. I'm just guessing.
Well, we can check the sponsors, and those are probably the ones they're going to be using. Hardware, we got HyperX, Asus, EKWB, and Bits Power, and then NVIDIA and Intel. So those are most likely the hardware they have to use.
I wonder what cases they're going to use, though. Oh, probably In Win. Yeah, that's right.
They actually showed already. They had a preview on Facebook where they showed 5960Xs, $1,000 CPUs that they're going to be using for the build. So they're already preparing it, and this is like 2 months in advance. So they're really I'm just wondering what kind of stuff they can prepare. Like, you know, they can ship out because they're flying in. They're all flying into Taiwan. So what will they be? They can't bring in their acetylene torches or their kind of big hardware.
Unless they're running hardware for them.
I bet you they are. I bet you they've got some stuff that they've got to do, because definitely it'd be just a pain in the butt. And too much money to ship stuff in.
Although they are in a factory, in an In Win factory, so they might have some disposal tools there. They won't have a problem. They are right there.
I'd go over and grab some people off the. They didn't say what kind of tools, right? So
bending break tools. Right there, like a
All right.
Well, let's see what the rules are. It's actually going to be mixed criteria: 30% online voting, 40% professional judging, and 20% In Win partners and media, and 10% with the Computex attendees. So there's that the final 10%, the people who are actually walking through the display during Computex are going to be judging it.
Yeah, that's a pretty good breakdown. I like that.
Yeah.
Something different.
Yeah, that's nice.
And speaking of media, we will be there. We will be covering it officially.
Yes.
Be interesting.
Hopefully we don't have too much to drink the night before or the day of, and the following day.
Well, you just have to. You're gonna be on the mic, and I'll be behind the microphone, or we can
Oh,
switch
yeah.
places.
Make me look like the fool.
I just need. I can be drunk. I just need to focus it, and then set it and forget it. You know, as long as I don't sway around. But you'll be in front of the camera and talking, so you'd have to
Me?
be
No,
able
no,
to
no, no,
hold.
no. No, 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 no. No, no, no. No, 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 no. So total prize is cash value over USD $20,000.
Yeah, nice.
Holy
Nice.
smokes. It says best design award is $2,000 in cash, computer components provided by sponsors, and a choice of an In Win chassis.
Yeah.
Innovation award, $1,000 cash.
They're going to pick the H frame.
Yeah, yeah, I know. Really, it's provided by sponsor. Choice of In Win chassis. Special award. Oh, so that's in other words, they're saying you're the ones that probably might have come in last. We're still going to give you some money. Computer cash and components, sponsors, and choice of In Win chassis. The case modding with the most production value as selected by In Win professional jury. The case modding with the most production value. Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
Most kind of extra stuff, I guess.
Yeah.
The ones that took more effort
Cool.
or from their eyes.
So that's quite a bit. Cash, I figured, would be a little higher.
Well,
But,
they used
you know,
it,
then
I
again,
guess, on the production, on the bringing them there and the hotels for them.
Something to do. Yeah, they've got just a ton of money probably just pouring into doing that when you've got 8 different teams, so that's 16 people. So, I mean, room and board, flights, and probably all that stuff. So,
And tools, yeah.
tools. We'll be there. Tools. Tweaktown, BitTech, allaroundpc.com, Cal Cotland, Hexus. I don't see Modders-Inc. on there. We'll make it on there. But it looks pretty exciting, guys. I think that one's going to be kind of cool, too. Like Ron said, we'll be there. We'll try and cover as much as possible as we can and have a good time doing it and bring it to you guys as quickly as we possibly.
Yeah, I'm guessing internet is not a problem there in Taiwan. That's pretty much where most of the companies are based out of.
I know. I'm kind of excited for this. Just see some of the technologies that they might be having going on over there. It's definitely, I'm guessing, probably more advanced technology-wise on some aspects than here in the United States.
Well, I know Tech
Oh,
City
yeah.
that when they were over there, they didn't have a problem with internet.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
So internet's, you don't have to worry about that.
It's a small enough island where infrastructure is not a problem, like in the U.S., where you have to cross mountains to kind of to put lines in. So that's not going to be a problem for them. Kind of like Korea and Japan have the fastest internet in the world because they're smaller country, easier to lay out infrastructure.
yeah. I mean, you can go 300 miles on the side of the country.
Well, let's look. We have about 5 minutes here, so we could take a look at what these teams. Who do you think is your favorite so far? Not counting the U.S. obviously. I don't know if you've seen I don't know if you know the works of the other guys. Who are you cheering for here?
Justin Olson. Metal Acid PC.
I would probably say, I don't know, the Coon Mod guys look pretty cool.
Just they look like the.
Looks like they're organized. Like they might actually be like a team.
That's the thing, because
but-
they're kind of a wild card for me. I haven't seen any of their mods.
I know, no, and Baptist, if I'm not mistaken, right? Those guys are just part of a website, or have they actually been modding?
Oh, they're into modding. They're in
okay.
China. They're representing China. And
Two
you
white
got-
guys representing China.
No, you got 2 Chinese guys there. You've got Well, the we've seen Stuart Tonks' stuff all the time. He posts a lot of builds. Well, interesting what he comes up with for eight for. He's definitely not gonna have a problem making the deadline because I see him always posting full systems. Like it takes like him a few days to do it.
Team Babtech is actually brothers. Stefan Blas and Martin Blas.
Yeah.
Says we're two brothers from Germany. Together we started with our first little mods back in the winter of 2000, 2001. Since then we extended our modding skills with every new project we start. And over the years we've been able to build over 100 different case mods, scratch builds, and
Wow.
CE mods, consumer electronics mods. In our modding projects, we'll always try to create something new and different, which hasn't been
100
seen
mods.
before.
Wow.
That's a lot.
They look like they could be an electronic group,
Yeah.
like Kraftwerk. If you told me two German brothers, you'd be like, yeah, I've seen them live. Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah. They've
And you got from the UK,
Ruby
you got Dave Alcock and Daniel Harper. I know Joe is familiar with Daniel Harper's work.
Yep.
Elaborate and
yep.
and
Daniel Harper is also known as B Negative online. A lot of these guys, they go under a different name. That's why, unfortunately, they only gave us like first names for the In Win competition. But,
in the
we
promo
know
poster.
these guys by. What's
That's
that?
the weirdest promo poster too because they over photoshopped it, where it's hard to recognize who is who, even if you know the name. It's hard to like.
There's
Is
like
that is that the?
There's two or three of them. It's like a silhouette, and their face is just like pasted on it. And
It
you can
look-
see the hair from the other silhouette on top.
It looks like the Max Payne, that Max Payne game from like 1999, 2000, where it's just the texture kind of pasted over like a low polygon.
I think Ron Lee Christensen got it the worst in that photo shop thing.
What they should do is always go to like what's that? Not glamour shots and just take glamour shots. And just
Oh yeah.
submit those. Just
The
have it
ones in
ready.
the malls.
Yeah, they're in the mall with like you have like a
Yeah.
props.
Yeah.
You're holding a Dremel or something, and then
Yeah.
just submit
Take the-
those. That's
Take
like,
the $20. Go to the mall.
Yeah, it's like $20.
Kiosk there and just.
Yeah. Well, we're almost. I can't believe we actually filled up 30 minutes here. We got.
Well, that's good though. Packed full of information, full of fun, and we didn't have to stretch out and we didn't have to babble on about stupid stuff.
Let me. Hopefully, I pressed record. Yep, I did. I was making sure
Yay.
because I forgot. I might have forgotten.
Well, that helps out. Well, good. Since we're almost towards the end here, we're going to say thanks to everybody. It's podcast number 42. We talked about the Gigabyte contest that's going on between Gigabyte and it's also on the Modders-Inc website, who are going to be giving a trip to Computex. So while you're at Computex, again, trying to see if you can get into the In Win event that's over there, because we'll be doing 3 days of case modding. We'll get 8 different groups from all over the world competing on that one. And Modders Inc. Check out what we're doing. You can come over to modders-inc.com or you can go to Modders-Inc, all one word.com. Search for us in Google. You'll find us everywhere. We're on Instagram. We are on Facebook. We're Twitter. We are just everywhere. I think we're even on Tumblr somewhere. Check us out. Like us, share our stuff, and come over, read our reviews. We do damn good reviews. We do the best damn reviews. We do stuff that tells you about stuff about the equipment. We just don't go look at the pretty stuff and click and subscribe to our page. We give out information. So it's the best damn reviews out there.
Could be a new section for us. The best damn reviews.
The best damn reviews.
Damn
with
reviews.
That, adios. See
you next
later.
week.
And
Take
see you
care.
next week.